Well, welcome to the first episode pre-season of the new FPL 2025-26 season. And I'm the guru here to take you through the beginning of another tumultuous season, ups and downs, the roller coaster, more downs than ups. It's a bit of a, downhill one there, or glass half, glass full, whatever you want to feel about it. But carrying on from last season, I think looking at where you are after 10 game weeks, it's all about the first 10 game weeks. It really is. And then three international breaks, all the tumultuation and, seesaw and the changeability of injuries and form, going after 3 game weeks. And then it's all out the window when the fourth game week after the first international break. And it's all up in the air, and it's just if you can get through that period really, really good, then you can coast along. Now, this season is just completely chaotic in regard to Haaland, Salah. Neither of them or both of them. I suppose both of them is awful tricky to get some sort of decent team. Like last year, I went with both premiums, and it paid off for the first 3 game weeks. And then after the game week 6 wild card and getting rid of Salah, it was just disaster after that. So yeah, people, it might be folly to go without Salah, but as you can see later on, I'm going without Haaland or Salah because I'd rather have Haaland more than Salah because if you have something like Wirtz and Ekatike, or you've got a Gakpo or something kind of to, there is a lot of points all over that team, possibly even with Frimpong. So there's no guarantees. Also want to say a little tribute for Diego Jota as well and his brother, since this is the first episode back from last season, and just to kind of express my sorrow about losing my mum as well. So the last few weeks has been tricky, life changing, and I've not had an awful lot on my mind in regard to trying to get a lot of stuff out there for you guys in our local community here in the west of Ireland, Ballyhaunis, and as I said, the triangle between Roscommon, Mayo, and Galway. Um, and you know who you are in the top FPL Top Dogs universe in our community. We're doing a great job. We're loving it. But as I say, it's this season began very late. I think it was possibly, was it the last week in July? The game became official something like 4 weeks before kickoff on the 16th or the 15th, Saturday the 15th, I think, which is Liverpool home to Bournemouth. So not much room for tinkering really. The game was it went live fairly late, so not been really able to get much done or thinking about anything massively. So possibly will be going last year. We'll take we'll actually mold what I want to do this season because it was just such a slog. Um, once that template is established, after the first 10 game weeks, it's hard to get any room. So my attitude this season is to get out ahead, stay there, and try and mitigate. You've got 6 chips now, is it this year? Or four, is it? Four. Trip cap, bench boost, free hit, and wild card. So you've got 8 chips altogether. So you'll have 4 chips pre-game week 17 and or whatever it is, game week 19, and then the next 4 after game week 19. So yeah, that's okay, fine, but that means it can be more chaotic and crazy. There's going to be all sorts of scenarios now. This sort of planning for the future and being a patient manager is a thing of the past now with these 4 chips before Christmas and 4 after, because you can catch up an awful lot there if you get lucky. Your trip cap, there's more chances to get lucky, I suppose. Okay, more chances to fluff it, but um, it's going to be very tricky this year, and there doesn't seem to be a massive template out there. People have gone off Salah because of the Community Shield, so let's have a quick look and see what the changes. You know, this season, obviously, with the 4+4 chips, 8 and all, in FPL is the main massive one. But we have this introduction of Deathcon points to your defenders or defensive midfielders. Oh, lovely. I've got some sort of Windows thing that's come up. I have no idea what it's about. Remind me later. I should say remind me later. But yeah, I suppose I could explain the death con. You need to have something like over 10 contributions in defensive attributes. Oh, it's a shame. Maybe I should just I need to share the screen now. Remind me later. Thank you. Stop share. Good. I'm hoping this is shared. Yeah, so defensive contributions. Really, if you've got 10, you need to reach a tally of 10. And this includes you like blocks, interceptions, clearances here, tackles, ball recoveries, clearances, as I said. All these will add up to defensive contributions. 12 to earn. So as a result, they have to make 12 defensive contributions to earn their 2 FPL instead of 10 for midfielders and forwards, whereas the defenders just have to get to that 10. A combined total of 10 for defenders, clearances, blocks, interceptions, and tackles. And obviously the midfielders need to get that up to about 12 to get their 2 points. Yeah, you can see all the detail there. 2 sets of chips. What's new? Yeah, it looks a refreshed format this year. They've retwigged it and done it. 2025 ended. There are 2 new leagues. Okay, whatever it is. Oh yeah, the assist rule. But I think there's something to do with the penalties as well. In the Premier League this year, you don't get rebound penalties. So if you miss that penalty, the ball goes dead. I think if some of you will be able to clarify that, but I think that's the rule. So what's the change in the assists are often awarded to players from the goal scoring team who has the final touch before. I think it's like a cross that comes in that's got a deflection, and they say that, oh, that's not meant. Oh, it's not really an assist, so he doesn't get the. There was a few instances of that last season where people were frustrated. Oh, it's just come off the defender's heel. Oh, that wasn't meant. Da, 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 da. Well, like we have to introduce like fluke and law. There has to. I mean, so what if it's a bit of a lucky? He still crossed it. He still managed it. Like the guy that crossed it into Sissoko and that penalty, and I'm going to moan about in 2019 against Liverpool. You know, like he's assisted the penalty for that, but you know your man won't get the assist for that cross, will he? So let's have a look. If these new have been an option last, there would have been 41 extra fancy assists awarded. Yeah, it's no fun. It's no fun. 41. There's lots of frustration. I'm in the Saka last year, not getting the assists. I was really livid about that, and I'm still not happy about this crack where you'll have a game on Friday night this year, Liverpool and Bournemouth, and you'll have until Monday where Leeds take on Everton at home for whoever got those bonuses to be manipulated. Whereas when that game finishes on Monday night, the game week's over, and basically there's no more messing about. I hate that about the whole game, but we'll see. The definition of a fancy assist has been made simpler to better recognize players for their contribution to goals and reduce the degree of subjectivity involved. So yeah, I agree with that because it can be objective about this. Oh, well, it got a little flick and touch off the defender. Oh, he didn't mean it. It's like, look, just simplify it though. I agree with that. Extra transfers after AFCON. Yeah, so after the African Nations Cup, which will be this year, and obviously we'll sell it off to a good run this year. With the so there will be a lot of game week 16. So I'm thinking about holding back my free hit. I was going to go without Gabriel, and I was going to go with Rodgers in midfield, and I was going to probably keep Bowen for a little bit longer, but I'd have to use a free hit if to get whatever Gooners I want in for Leeds in game week 2 at home, and I want to be tripped up for that at least, so that it will avoid me from doing a free hit. I don't want to be completely frivolous, with these chips, but I want to get out ahead and stay out ahead, and then check on an influencer, which one's doing well. Oh, yeah, seriously, you can just go all out for the first 10 game weeks, make sure you're ahead, where everyone's playing. Oh, I'll be a bit more kind of predicting. I'm going to see if my master plan comes to fruition, and God then just laughs in your face, and then everything goes Pete Tong. You've got all the chips until game week 16 or 15, and oh, I'll be clever. And people have already got the points, and you're a bit behind, and you think, oh, I'll get back, I'll get back, I'll get back. But I rather points on the board, Roisin, than birds in the bush. Definitely, I'm going to go all out this season, points in hand, and get out, and then we'll see these influencers. I can't stand. I'm not an influencer. I'm just doing the Christy Nicholson Pub Fantasy League. That's why I'm here, to promote it and to make sure you all have fun. And it's a big hoo-ha, and yeah, it's I like an administrator, but I've got some skin in the game of this. I want to win it for the third time, and some of you want to win it for the first time. So we'll see. So we're going to have an increased number of transfers for game week. So total number of free transfers. So basically, use all your transfers that you plan, you think you want to do by game week 15, and on game week 16 you get just a 5. And if you won't be able to get 10 free transfers if you've got 5 in your bank by game week 16. You're just going to still have 5. You're not going to have 10. So just be careful how you can have a mini wild card in there. I never got to 5 transfers last season, but I think this year I will be, because I'm going to be a bit more passive, and I'm going to be just that sort of manager, and just I'm sorry, but that's the way it's gone. Everyone's now on the scout stuff. People are spending money. They're becoming members of whatever subscription thing it is. They get information. They get breakdowns. They can go into all the Opta data. They can go into the effective ownership. It's all there. You can go into expected assists and goals and expected whatever. I hate that sort of the game. I don't want to know about it. If you're going to win an FPL, you're going to win it no matter what you do. It's just that season. I suppose I'm not an analytical manager. I can't even say the word. But and I get no enjoyment out of that. I'm not going to mention any names, but the influencers know who they are, who will just be robot stuff, and the computer predicts that I should make this move. I will make this move. Little. And this season, I'm not going to be chasing after points. I know it's very, I need to get off this guy. He's blanked. Say if Gokares blanks against United now, whenever it is, Saturday or something, I think it's Sunday. Then will he go down to 8.9? Possibly. Feck it, that's the way it's going to be. I believe he's going to be a good player. I like the way he took that header. I think he's going to fit in very well at Arsenal. And I'm only about this bench boost in game week 1, and that's just the most points I can get. I'm not completely happy having Sarr from Tottenham, but I know he'll play and he's interesting enough. And in game week 2, I'll expect him on the bench, because I was going to do a bench boost game week 1, a free hit game week 2 to get the Gooners in, and then even a trip cap somewhere quick enough before game week 6. And then when all the influencers start messing around with wildcards, or I wildcard into their team, and then I'll just match them for 1 or 2 players and play them. And Jesus, God above, they're going to be hard to get past me, because they show their whole game, they show the whole thing. And you got these guys like FPL Harry, who's top 2,000K every single year since the dawn of the universe. You got guys like Raptor, Ross, and all this. and they're all, oh, you know, I mean, I was like 3 million there after game week 10 and all that, and then and all of a sudden, game week 38, they're bloody top 30K, whatever. It's crazy stuff, man. So these guys are really good. Some of them are really good. They get off to a poor start and they have some recovery. And if you can get on their recovery and take some chances, like getting off Haaland early, like last season was the one. That was the one. That was the one. I finished top 800K. I would have definitely finished top 250 if I had just got off Haaland. I just kept on, and everyone was getting off thinking, no, he's got to score, he's got to score. Blank, 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 injure, blank, 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 injure, injure. Then a couple of goals at the end. That was Haaland after game week 10. Shocking stuff, man. So I'm not going to go through this Haaland agony. I don't care what he does. He'll get off to a great start. Um, we'll see. I just don't like the compromises. I'm just going to go. Yeah, you could say this bench boost is in your brain. It's going to ruin you. Why? It's a rubbish chip, but I just want to get them few points ahead, have the points in the bank, and then let them do the chasing, and you're doing all the watching. And just totally de-stress this year. I'm not doing any more chasing. Um, Right, so that's the crack with the transfer. So game week 16, AFCON, they're doing something which is pretty cool. Team badges, who cares? Tweak the bonus point system. Let's have a look at this. Is an important element. Fancy it determines. Now, one thing I do know is that goalkeepers will get more save points or these bonus BPS points for shots saved within the 6 yard box or whatever it is, depending, inside the box. They're going to get. I think there's going to be less points for people who come off the bench, score a goal as a penalty. So I think if you score a penalty, those bonus points are massively reduced. So somebody, João Pedro was famous for many times coming off the bench, getting his 1 point, then his 4 for a goal, 5, and then his 3 bonus. So that's like 8, and you're screwed already. And that's crazy stuff, and that's not fair at all. This season, however, there are changes to a number of points from goalkeeper saves, goal line clearances, penalty goals, and successful tackles, with the potential for fancy managed to earn even more points. So there's what's new in the changes to the bonus system. We'll just have a quick look in this. I'm only using what's on the site. Like, I'm not going paying anything to go into these guys. They give you anything anyway. They show you all the information. If you look at Black Box or whatever, you'll get all the info there. You don't need to subscribe to anything. And these tools, like, where you put your team in and it gives you a rating out of 100, is a complete joke. It's all like based on hearsay. There's no guarantee that any form of fixtures will amount into them points. It's all hearsay. It's all for you to tap in your team. They know your code, and then they'll start to do their own breakdown on you, collect their own data so they can use your data against you and sell your data back to you in a subscription. Keep it, bro. Keep it. I know they have to make a living, but some of these guys are getting up at 10, half 10 in the morning. They make their coffee. They're sitting there with their vest, belly sticking out. They make a couple of videos and they think they've done a hard day of work. It's a complete joke, man. Oh, I'll twiddle my team here. I'll see what if and what if. I think it's exciting. Now, it's brilliant if you can get it. You're I'm sorry, sour grapes here. No, I don't. I look. I tell you one thing. I'll make a deal. If I win FPL, or I'm a top 100 player or something crazy like that, I have no problem featuring on with Praz and all these guys. Yeah, oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Because they'll be completely miffed off in many ways, because you will not be able to figure me out, or you'll ever. You say, how did this guy get anywhere near it? We use all the data. Well, yeah. I'm a big believer in gut, and I love that sort of eye test thing. And like Gokares, totally. I think he's phenomenal. I think he's just got that cut, man. I love Ekatike. Jesus, Almighty, he's amazing. More than Verts in many ways, because I think he gets some more dangerous positions. But I have, Verts will take over. He will take over. So the players, utilize, yeah, pitch create. With top three BP given to receive, yeah, bonus point, ties, or resolved as follows. Oh, whatever. Goalkeeper saves. Yeah, it's all little bits and pieces this season now where the shot location will be determining factor. A goalkeeper will now earn 3 points in BPS if the shot's taken from inside the penalty area, or 2 points if it's outside. So it's only like three inside the penalty area or two. So there's no like 6 yards, the 18 yard a rectangle. A penalty save will result in a minimal reduction from 9 in BPS to 8 this season, so it's nominal. And add 3 for a saving a shot that was taken from inside the box. This, okay. Goal line clearances is going to be big, so player who is a defender and clears a ball off the line who saves a goal will now earn 9 points as opposed to just 3 last year. That's fair. He stopped a goal, man. Penalties, goal scored, metric, A player will earn 12 points for scoring a penalty regardless of his position. And previous forwards earned 24 points. So this crack about João Pedro coming off, getting 24 points and usurping, it'll only be 12 now. So that was in previous seasons. This thing about location, forwards earning the more and getting the more points than midfielders and defenders going penalties. That should be the other way around, really. Defenders scoring a penalty, that should be 24. But anyway, it's just a 12. So that's all right. So that could affect Salah. How many times have we seen Salah scoring a goal, doing a lot of pretty stuff or whatever, and you'll get a couple of bonus points just for that. Like, so it's going to affect everybody. The metric used to judge tackles has been changed to increase the likelihood of players being awarded the BPS and getting bonus. 2 bonus BPS bonus points for statistically. Yeah, okay. They guess rewarded 2 BPS. Okay, brilliant. So that's what I think. That's more important to know this sort of stuff than actually the DEFCON or this defensive baloney. I think it's all complete moot and baloney. This DEFCON, where these defenders, yeah, fair enough. We're giving some love to the defensive midfielders and the center. Look at Tarkovsky. He's going to get his 2 points every game now, but he's going to get a yellow and he's going to concede 2. He's going to go down to 0. It's a 0-sum game. I'm not basing anything about my team this year on this baloney. I think over a course of a season, the DEFCON will mount up, but it just depends which attacking guys like Bruno Fernandes should be really, really good for that. But then he is famous for picking up lots of yellows and an odd red here and there, and he can blow up sometimes in the game. He's done that quite a bit this season. What's new? Changes the bonus system. Is this just the death tweaks to the bonus system? So yeah, I think it's a bit of what do you call it? A red herring. This DEFCON stuff. Defensive contributions. What's new? Yeah, I would just pop into that anyway to have a look. Look, if you're going to have defenders in your team, I would be picking someone, that will get clearances and bits and pieces and stuff. Like, that's why I'm a big fan of Pedro Porro. He has been picking up the bonus 11 and 10 playing against Bayern Munich and whoever. Tottenham now have the Super Cup tonight, but he has picked up the 2 points, possibly with ball recoveries and blocks or clearances or whatever Porro could be. So I'm having him anyway. So I have one eye on the bloody thing, but I'm not going to. I'll be looking for attacking output. I love Milenkovic. He's going to be in my team. I think he's brilliant. Tall, lanky, handy for defensive set pieces for Forest. So I'll be going with 3 Forest this year. I'm not going to be one of them that's going to be moaning about Wood when he's just scored a brace. He's still going to be taking penalties, so I'm keeping Wood. I want to be on him so that everyone's moaning on him. Like, he's away, get above his expected. It's a crime. No, it's fate. It's life. Get over it. You do not have to explain the whole world. You do not have to rationalize the whole thing. You are not a god. You have to leave certain things to luck, life, and fate, and that's what Wood was last year. You cannot rationalize that. That was just he was right place, right time, got the look. That's he deserves everything he gets. Expected goals 0.90 and he scores two. Yeah, well, I'm only laughing because they can't rationalize it. Oh, he's gonna have to average out. Maybe he did trail off a little bit at the end of this season, but at that stage, I suppose you'd make your changes to get others in. Let's have a look. So yeah, that's just the scout. So I do think it's a bit moot. Yeah, Tarkovsky is the darling now. He would have got 44 points if all these. He only needs to get 10 contributions. So yeah, he's interesting, but it's a bit like putting the cart before the horse. This crack. I think in a one-off or you're doing a bench boost, could be interesting to have him in there or free hit. Get your defensive stuff. Get your little bit. You got little bits of gains here over the course of the season. You have to leave these guys in all season to get your 44 points. Remember, but in the meantime, how much will be taken away with bookings and goals conceded? And I know Everton are a bit savvy and they're a lot better with Moyes now. I have to admit, I do like Everton. I would prefer to have Mikalenko and Pickford in my bench boost. I like the Leeds game, and I'm a big fan of Ndai. So I think he's good value at 6.5. Hopefully that he won't be. I think they're Inter Milan are looking at him. Or I think it'd be crazy to get Everton can't be getting rid of these guys. Although they have brought in Jack Grealish, so we'll have to see. I don't think that necessarily would affect Ndai. Grealish could be going down. I saw him down a lot at the right for Villa, but then no, was he down the left? Down the left. He's more of a left central midfielder. So yeah, he could play in Ndai's position. So I'll have to monitor that. And I really want to have that Morgan Rogers back in my team. I'm just praying that he's got the all clear. So I'll be keeping an eye. If he is, I'll make a decision about the two Gooner thing I'm gonna do. Look, I don't mind. I'll do a free hit anyway in game week 2. Just get ahead and then see these guys, see if they can come back. I want to be the hare. You know, um, you know, catch me if you can. So that's Tarkovsky. He's the big one. These are the other dudes that are pretty good. Benderek, he's not in the league anymore. Hoyson, he's not in the league anymore. Murillo, interesting. Faze, not in the league anymore. Lacroix, interesting. I think it's smooth, so just be careful about this thing. Oh, I'm going to get in. I kill a man. I'd rather Wan-Bissaka or this guy Juve that's come in. So we'll see anyway. So let's see. Who would have been the top scoring defender last season if we had the thing? Gvardiol, but I'm not sure. I think he's going to be mainly a CB now. Trent's gone. Virgil, well, he'll do what he always does. Milenkovic is the man, and I like Daniel Munoz. Palace have some tricky games, so I'm not sure about Munoz, but I would love Munoz down the line. I love Cucurella. He's just always there at that left post, Tappins and Baloney. So we'll see there. Kirk Hayes, he's gone to Liverpool. We'll see. I'll watch all these new guys for Liverpool at the minute, including Frimpong. Scoring defense. So yeah, let's have a look at the team. You've kind of half given the team away anyway. Nice little Cunha, Pasta, and Buemo. I love that, and I got no United. I'm sick as a dog. I'm sick. It's Arsenal at home. It's going to be tricky. They're a good team. I don't fancy having Gabby against United, but those headers and those stupid corners that Rice does. I had Rice in this team, defo. I had Rice in there instead of Papasar. Gabby down to a 4.5 in Van de Ven. So it was going to be Rice and then Van de Ven. I think that's 1.5 and that is a 5. So that's 6.5. I'd be able to get Rice. And I have to kind of think again. I've got 1 million in the bank anyway. and I can still have Rice and Gokras and have Van de Ven in there. I just fancy Van de Ven for he probably won't rack up much defensive points, but he might get he might tip away and do well here and there. He is attacking from set pieces. Interesting guy. Like I don't know what you call that running back, and that's got to be interceptions when he's chasing down balls and getting them. Has to be something in regard to that. Has to be. So I love the team. I'm really big on Forest this season after last season. I do fancy them, and what's his name again? Forget him. Nuno. Says they're going to be fairly similar again this season with just like a one expected goal thing, whatever it is, um, per game. I don't care. It's can do it. Hudson Odoi. So it's Alanga that's gone to Newcastle. Hudson Odoi, I think, is still there. They've kept the dude Morgan Gibbs White. He's not gone to Tottenham, so I think they should be fine. Just like the talisman stuff, I like talismans. Zhao is a bit of a talisman, but he probably will be getting subbed off a lot for the dude. What's his name? Liam Delap, and he does look good as well. But I fancy he might get the start, and all I need is dudes that will start. So I might go for Van de Ven, throw in Rice, who I like. He takes loads of corners and set pieces and this and that. Um, and I'll have the million in the bank to get rid of Bowen when I think they're playing Chelsea, and I don't want a West Ham. I don't want an 8 million West Ham dude going up against. I just like I've got and I've invested in Chelsea this year, so yeah, he can score easy enough. I understand that, but he won't be guaranteed penalties. I think was it what's the name? Pauline, I forget it. Paquetá. He might be taking the penalties, but we'll see. And Kudos is gone, so how that will affect West Ham, I'm not sure. And Forest is tricky enough. So in this team, it could be Rice and Gokras for me against Leeds. I'd love to have two of them in there, so I could just transfer off Palmer into Saka just for one game week, and then get Palmer back and decide what to do. I know Palmer's got West Ham. It can still be a tricky away one, but Fulham then at home. So they're derbies. Um, can't be guaranteed whatever. So yeah, just have to make sure everything's okay here with the system. I should. Oh. Oh no, man. I think my system's going to show. Oh.